The SSA is mailing 4 high-stakes letters to seniors in 2026. Overpayment/clawback notices now defaulting to 50% benefit withholding. Medicare IRMAA determination notices. COLA notices. And Social Security Fairness Act adjustment notices. And ignoring any of them past the 30 to 60-day deadline can cost a retiree thousands of dollars. The single most dangerous letter is the overpayment notice. Respond within 30 days with a waiver SSA 632. Reconsideration SSA 561. Or rate reduction request SSA 634. Or the agency automatically begins clawing back up to 50 of every monthly check until the debt is repaid. The 2026 numbers seniors need. 2.8 COLA. Average retired worker benefit about $2,071 month. Maximum benefit $5,181 at age 70. Standard Medicare Part B premium $202.90 month. And IRMAA surcharges that kick in above $109,000 single, $218,000 joint. 1. 4 letters that matter most in 2026. The SSA routinely sends seniors COLA notices December. Medicare IRMAA determination notices late fall. Overpayment clawback notices year-round. And Social Security Fairness Act adjustment notices. Each carries a deadline or a dollar consequence. Yet many recipients treat them as junk mail. 2. The overpayment clawback is the costliest letter to ignore after a turbulent 2 years of policy reversals. The default withholding rate for new Title II retirement survivors SSDI overpayments is 50 of the monthly benefit. Seniors have a narrow window to fight back, but only if they respond. 3. IRMA letters can be appealed and often should be ****. The SSA mails IRMA determination notices to higher-income Medicare beneficiaries. Many don't realize a life-changing event, retirement, death of a spouse. Divorce lets them file Form SSA 44 to slash or eliminate the surcharge. 4. The Social Security Fairness Act left a residual group still fighting. Most of the affected public sector retirees got paid, but a dispute over 6-month versus 1-year retroactivity for spouses and new applicants remains unresolved in 2026. 5. Earnings record errors silently shrink benefits. Form SSA 7008 lets workers correct a wrong earnings record, but only within a strict time limit, after which the error is locked in for life. The 2026 money figures every senior should know. The 2026 cost of living adjustment COLA is 2.8%. Beginning with January 2026 payments for nearly 71 million Social Security beneficiaries. SSI recipients saw it starting December 31, 2025. Social Security Administration https://www.ssa.gov/news/n/press/releases/2025-10-24.html according to the Congressional Research Service Report 94-803. The 2026 COLA raised the estimated average monthly benefit amount received in January 2026 by $1.56. From $2,015 to $2,071 after final rounding down to the nearest dollar. The average benefit for an aged couple, both receiving benefits, rises to about $3,208. The average disabled worker benefit rises to about $1,630. Maximum benefits in 2026. $2,969 at age 62. $4,152 at full retirement age, and $5,181 at age 70. The maximum taxable earnings, the wage base rose to $184,500. The earnings test limit for those under full retirement age all year is $24,480, $1 withheld per $2 over. For those reaching full retirement age in 2026, it's $65,160, $1 per $3 over. COLA notices in 2026 are 1 page. Plain language documents showing the new benefit amount and any deductions. The SSA pushed beneficiaries to view them online via the My Social Security Message Center. Those who didn't opt out of paper by November 19, 2025 still got a mailed notice in December. Social Security Administration https://www.ssa.gov/news/n/press/releases/2025-10-24.html. Letter 1. The overpayment/clawback notice, the most dangerous to ignore. An overpayment notice tells a beneficiary the SSA paid them more than they were owed and demands repayment, typically within 30 days. Overpayments happen because of unreported changes, income, marital status, living arrangements, return to work, or often the SSA's own calculation errors. The withholding rate has whipsawed. 100 default for decades. Reduced to 10% in March 2024 under the Biden administration. Reinstated to 100 effective March 27, 2025. Then cut to 50% via SSA Emergency Message EM 25029, April 25, 2025. Title change to Title Roman II Overpayment Default Benefit Withholding Rate to 50% Withholding, later revised by EM 25029, REV on Aug. 28, 2025. As of 2026, the default for new Title II overpayments, retirement, survivors, SSDI is 50 of the monthly benefit. SSI overpayments remain capped at 10. What happens if a senior ignores the letter? The SSA waits at least 30 days. Then, if no waiver, appeal, or rate reduction request is filed within the response window, automatically withholds 50% of the monthly benefit until the debt is repaid. On a $2,400 check, that means living on $1,200 a month. If the person no longer receives benefits, the SSA can intercept tax refunds, garnish wages, and withhold certain state payments. The 3 response options, all of which pause collection if filed in time. *** Form SSA 561 Request for Reconsideration/Appeal ***. File within 60 days if you believe you weren't overpaid or the amount is wrong. AMAC Foundation https://socialsecurityreport.org/Social Security increases repayment amount / *** Form SSA 632 Request for Waiver ***. No deadline. But file early. Asks the SSA to forgive the debt entirely if you were not at fault and repayment would cause hardship or be unfair. Overpayments of $2,000 or less qualify for a simplified administrative waiver, sometimes handled by phone. *** Form SSA 634 Request for Change in Overpayment Recovery Rate *** if you agree you owe but can't afford 50%. The SSA can drop withholding to tenor as low as $10 a month, or set up a repayment plan of up to 36 months or longer. Scale of the problem. According to the SSA Office of the Inspector General Report 072401. IUJ 19, 2024. From FYs 2015 through 2022. SSA paid almost $8.60 trillion in benefits and made approximately $71.80 billion, 0.84% in improper payments, most of which were overpayments, The same OIG reporting found that at the end of FY 2023, SSA had an uncollected overpayment balance of $23 billion, even after the agency recovered over $4.9 billion in overpayments in FY 2023, more than in any of the previous 8 fiscal years. A KFF Health News Cox Media Group investigation, OCT. 18. 2023 found that more than 2 million people a year have been sent notices that Social Security overpaid them and demanding they repay the money, as of October 2024. SSA data provided to KFF Health News showed the agency was withholding at least part of monthly benefits from 669,903 people to recoup an overpayment. Letter 2. Medicare IRMAA determination notices. IRMAA, income-related monthly adjustment amount, is a surcharge added to Medicare Part B and Part D premiums for higher-income beneficiaries. It's based on modified adjusted gross income MAGI from 2 years prior, so 2026 IRMA is based on 2024 tax returns. The standard 2026 Part B premium is $202.90/month, up $17.90 from $185.00 in 2025. The annual Part B deductible is $283. IRMA thresholds for 2026. Surcharges begin above $109,000 MAGI, single, $218,000, joint. It's a cliff. $1 over a threshold pushes you into the next bracket for the whole year. Total Part B premiums for high-income beneficiaries range from about $284.10 to $689.90 a month. The Part B surcharge portion ranges from $81.20 to $487 a month. Part D surcharges range from $14.50 to $91 a month. The notice most seniors ignore or don't realize they can fight. If a life-changing event, work stoppage, retirement, death of a spouse, marriage, divorce, loss of pension income lowered your income. Form SSA 44 asks the SSA to use more recent income instead of the 2-year-old figure. You have 60 days from an IRMAA notice to appeal. A successful SSA 44 can save a retiree from roughly $1,148 up to several $1,000s per person per year. Letter 3. Social Security Fairness Act, WEPGPO repeal, adjustment notices. The Social Security Fairness Act, signed January 5, 2025, repealed the windfall elimination provision, WEP, and government pension offset, GPO, which had reduced benefits for public sector workers, teachers, firefighters, police, some federal CSRS retirees, and their spouses. The repeal is retroactive to January 2024. December 2023 is the last month WEP/GPO apply. The SSA's July 10, 2025 blog post stated the agency identified about 2.8 million current Social Security beneficiaries whose benefits were reduced because of the windfall elimination provision, WEP, or government pension offset, GPO, and completed sending over 3.1 million payments, totaling $17 billion, to beneficiaries eligible under the Social Security Fairness Act, SSFA. 5 months ahead of schedule, that remains the most recent official cumulative total. No newer national SSA figure has been published as of mid-2026. Per SSA figures cited by the Motley Fool, the average lump sum retroactive payment was around $6,710, with most monthly checks rising somewhere in the range of $300 to $1,000. Affected beneficiaries received a mailed notice, sometimes two, explaining the change. The unresolved 2026 issue. The law provides 1 year of retroactivity to January 2024. But the SSA limits new applicants to only 6 months of retroactivity. Citing a provision of the Social Security Act, Section 202J1, the Fairness Act didn't amend. This disproportionately hurts spouses and widowers who never applied years ago because they were told the GPO would zero out their benefit. On February 5, 2026, Senators Bill Cassidy, John Cornyn, and John Fetterman sent a follow-up letter after an original April 1, 2025 letter co-signed by Sen. Susan Collins urging the SSA to apply the January 2024 effective date to all affected beneficiaries. The Congressional Research Service notes the agency had not publicly responded, leaving the dispute unresolved. People who think they are affected but never applied should file. The easiest path is calling the SSA and saying Fairness Act. Letter 4 and the quiet ones. Earnings record reviews. Identity verification. In going paperless, *** earnings record corrections form SSA 7008 : benefits are calculated from your highest 35 years of indexed earnings. So a missing or wrong year permanently drags down your monthly check. Workers generally have only 3 years, 3 months, and 15 days after the tax year to correct an error before the record becomes conclusive. Narrow exceptions apply. The SSA's earnings suspense file holds a massive backlog of unmatched wages, representing more than $1.9 trillion in wages from 1937 through 2021 per a 2023 OIG audit that never got credited to anyone's record. Seniors should check their earnings statement in their My Social Security account and file SSA 7008 with proof W-2s. Pay stubs. Tax returns if anything is missing. *** Form SSA 521 Withdrawal of Application : lets a retiree cancel a benefits claim within 12 months of starting, but requires repaying all benefits received. Useful for those who claimed too early and can pay it back. *** Identity verification changes: in March 2025, the SSA announced it would end phone-based identity verification, requiring online My Social Security or in-person proofing. After public outcry, the agency exempted Medicare, disability, and SSI applicants, and by April 8, 2025 reversed course to keep phone verification using new anti-fraud software. Retirement, survivors, and direct deposit changes still face stricter online in-person proofing. *** The paperless push: under Executive Order 14,247. The federal government moved to phase out paper checks. With a September 30, 2025 deadline, the SSA plans to complete the transition to electronic payments. Fewer than one of beneficiaries, about 280,000 people, still got paper checks. Officials have signaled flexibility/waivers for those who genuinely can't go digital. Call Treasury at 1-877-874-6347. Critically, the broader shift toward digital-only notices in the My Social Security Message Center is causing some seniors to miss critical 30 to 60-day deadlines because they never see the notice. Why this matters. Ignoring SSA mail has gotten more expensive. The recurring theme across all 4 letters is the deadline. Overpayment collection. IRMAA surcharges. An appeal rights all run on the calendar, whether or not the senior opens the envelope. As the SSA shifts notices into online message centers, beneficiaries who prefer paper or who don't realize they opted into digital delivery are missing windows that can't easily be reopened. 1. Open and triage every SSA envelope or message center. Alert the day it arrives. Note the date on the notice. That starts the clock. For overpayments, The practical deadline is 30 days to pause collection. The appeal deadline is 60 days. 2. For an overpayment notice, do not pay blindly and do not ignore it. If the SSA erred or repayment causes hardship, file Form SSA 632 waiver. If you dispute the amount, file Form SSA 561 reconsideration within 60 days. If you owe it but can't afford 50, file Form SSA 634 to cut the rate to 10% or set up an installment plan. Call 1-800-772-1213. For debts of $2,000 or less, a waiver may be granted by phone. 3. For an IRMAA notice if your income dropped because of retirement, a spouse's death, divorce, or lost income, file Form SSA 44 with documentation within 60 days. Don't assume the surcharge is final. It's based on 2-year-old income. 4. Check your earnings record now before you claim or early in retirement. In your My Social Security account, file SSA 7008 immediately if a year is missing or wrong. The correction window is roughly 3 years. 5. If you were a teacher, firefighter, police officer, or other public employee or the spouse widow of one, and never applied because of WEPGPO, call the SSA and say Fairness Act. You may be owed a higher benefit and back pay. 6. Set up or check your My Social Security account and your delivery preferences. Decide deliberately whether you want paper or digital notices. And set email text alerts so you never miss a message sent or notice. Asterisk benchmarks that would change this advice: asterisk. If the SSA publishes a new default withholding rate, it has changed 3 times since 2024. Or if Congress passes a statute of limitations on overpayment recovery, 10-year cap has been proposed. The urgency and math around overpayment letters would shift. If the SSA formally responds to the Senator's retroactivity letter and extends 1-year retroactivity to new applicants, affected spouses could be owed substantially more back pay. The 50 overpayment withholding default applies to new Title II overpayment notices issued on or after April 25, 2025. Overpayments noticed before that date may still be under the 10 or 100 rule, and SSI remains at 10. Withholding policy has changed repeatedly and could change again. The $17 billion/3.1 million Payment Fairness Act figure is as of July 7, 2025 and remains the most recent official SSA total. Do not assume a higher current number. The 6-month retroactivity dispute was unresolved as of mid-2026. IRMA and benefit dollar figures are 2026 values tied to specific income brackets and claiming ages. Individual amounts vary. Maximum benefits assume earning the taxable maximum for 35 years. This report is general information, not legal or financial advice. Beneficiaries facing a clawback or complex benefit issue should contact the SSA directly or consult qualified advocate or attorney. Free legal aid and disability rights organizations assist with overpayment appeals. Beware scams. The SSA will not threaten arrest, demand payment by gift card or wire, or call to ask for personal information. Real notices come by mail or your verified My Social Security account.